Hello everybody and welcome to the latest iHelp video. You can guess what we're doing today based on what you see on the screen. Yes, I'm on all the latest OSs. watchOS 8, iPadOS 15, iOS 15, macOS Monterey, and so much more. There's actually not that much more OSs, but there's some updates for individual things. But something really cool and something that I have used. There's some updates to these platforms, but I think this is the biggest one. The universal control in FaceTime we'll see later. Right now, we want to focus on this because this is available and it is great. So we're going to be turning our focus on Focus, a new feature that replaces Do Not Disturb. Not entirely, but it replaces that in the settings. So let's see what it looks like from the control center's perspective. That was one of our first videos, and it did pretty well, so I think we should talk about the control center a little bit. Focus is right here, and you can just press that button to turn on Do Not Disturb, which is also part of Focus. When we go into the Focus menu, we can see all this different stuff for all of our different focuses. So we have Do Not Disturb, which is just a general great all around. And when we turn it around, we'll see when it turns on because I have Do Not Disturb scheduled. Driving, we can turn on. We can turn them on for all of them, and they have a different color because I programmed that. We can turn them on for all these different things. Why would you just press a button to do something? Well, we're going to go into that very soon. But first, we're going to talk about focus status. This is what people see when they're texting you and you haven't responded. They can see that you're reading or doing something else, and that's why you can't respond. Phone call, you can see if you're allowed to have repeated calls from the person. If you're on focus, if someone keeps spamming you, because that might be annoying. And we can share across devices, which is great if you're into the Apple ecosystem. But what is focus? So we mentioned that it's like Do Not Disturb, but there's some other stuff that we need to cover. So let's say we want to do a reading focus. We can see that we have our allowed people. We can't show them, unfortunately. We have to blur them out. I'm sorry. But we can see that this turns on when we are using certain apps like books, Kindle, or news. And we can turn on smart activation, which gives us some signs based on the time of day. We can delete it. We can have it on the home screen. We can have some special things, which is pretty cool. I didn't even know that you could do this. You can do custom pages. So it shows a specific home screen page when that focus is turned on. So you could go to the home screen and add some certain reading widgets, which might be pretty cool. And you can also have some things on lock screen, like dimming the lock screen, which was there before in Do Not Disturb. And then some of the notifications you can ask if you want them to show on the lock screen. Okay, so what this does is it turns on Do Not Disturb and allows it from certain people and certain apps the notifications, which is really great because that is what you want to do when you're reading. You don't want to just get notifications from YouTube while you're reading because then you might be disturbed. But I definitely recommend turning on notifications and continue watching this video to the end if you'd like to be a tech guru. Let's get back to the video, guys. We have many different focuses. There's some built-in ones, and let's set up a focus. Let's say work. So we can see what this is, and it has a work focus that's kind of centered around work. It's not a custom focus because it's a built-in one. So while working, and you can have it turn on automatically. So let's see next. We can see allowed people for notifications. We're not going to show any people because we don't want to expose anyone's privacy, but you can add people and do whatever you want with notifications for that. So then we can have allowed apps. We'll just put these default apps right here. And then we can have time-sensitive notifications. So it shows an example from camera and order. For me, most of the time-sensitive notifications are from reminders and from calendar, so those might need to come through. But if I'm reading, I don't really want to get calendar events. I mean, I'm trying to relax. So we can allow time-sensitive if we want to at work. Our focus is ready, and we can turn it on from the control center. So we just created a focus together. This is amazing, guys. We can just turn it on right from the focus tab. We can click on work. We did it together. And we can have these three dots to turn it on at a different time until we leave this event. Until we leave this location, until this evening for 1 hour. And we can do that for all of our focuses, which is really, really nice. So we've covered so much focus. You can even create a new one, but you already know what that is. It's a custom. You can do some other stuff that we didn't show, like naming it and having a label from all these beautiful labels. We're not going to do that right now because we already created a focus. But thank you guys for joining us in this amazing video. We cannot wait to show you more about macOS Monterey and all of the other OSs. We'll be diving into them very soon. See you guys in the next video.